All right.
There is power in my tongue. House, dollar, so you know my location. House, dollar, so there is power in my tongue. House, dollar, so you know my location. If you know get the money, get the wisdom. Wisdom will go bring favor.
All right. All right. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon, depending on where you're watching us from. My name is Sylvester behind the stage here, and I'm excited to be your host this evening for the long-awaited skills versus degrees debate. So I think if you're watching from Facebook, if you're watching from YouTube, or any of the pages on Facebook, please just let us know. Drop a comment on the comment section. Tell us where you're watching from. We would like to know where you're watching from. My name is Sylvester. I introduced myself already. We're aware that even if you're watching this video as a replay, please let us know where you're watching from. Any moment from now, we will be starting. We just want to confirm that you're here. We can see that the numbers are climbing up, the numbers of those who are joining live. So today is going to be a very, very remarkable day that will change the life of many skilled individuals here and even professionals. So I'm going to check the comment section. Yes, Christabel is also behind the stage. She's Osha, and I just hope every other person joins and let us know where they're watching from. So right now, I am going to be unveiling very quickly the purpose for why we are here. So pardon me, I'm going to be taking down the song. I know you want to see my face and the faces of our panelists, so you are going to be seeing their faces shortly. Adamu Kabiru is watching from Abuja. Thank you for joining us, Adamu. You're always here with us. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so pardon me, I'm trying to stop this song. Immediately we stop this song, then we go right into the reason why we're here. If your microphone is on, please turn it off. So very quickly, I'm going to do a quick introduction to the reason why we are here. Why are we here today? We are here to discuss skills versus degrees, whether competence should be placed, priority should be placed over competence against credentials. So this topic will be discussed by the panelists we have here today. And before I go straight into the program proper, permit me to introduce to us our panelists. So very quickly, here are our panelists. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Solomon. Good evening, Gloria. I'm happy to have you all here today.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Okay, I see Mr. Grandi is here. I see Mr. Solomon is here. And Insights for You also says she's watching from Benin. Thank you for joining. Thank you for always being supportive, Ma. We're glad you're here. So also, Ejechi, how are you today? And tell us where you're watching from, Mr. Victor. Okay. All right. Mr. Victor, can you hear me? Okay, I see. We're just starting, so I think most of us were trying to get our audio right. So very quickly, I would like to introduce the members of our panel. So very quickly, here is a short video that. Okay, so very quickly, I'm going to be introducing our guest for tonight. I introduced myself already as Sylvester. So my name is Sylvester, and I'm happy to have you here again in the digital workshop series. This time we're going to be having a heart-to-heart conversation on a very controversial topic. And that topic, actually, before Mr. Solomon comes on board, some people have defined skills to be side hustles. Some of those things you don't have to go to a school, a formal four walls of a university to go and acquire, like a profession. So, and some people have defined skills to be certificates, knowing something, not just going to acquire a certificate. Some have defined it as an informal education, something you can learn from the comfort zone of your home. So these are various perceptions of what skills have been defined by different people. Why degree, in the sense of degree, some people see those with degrees are those who have white collar jobs, those who go to the four walls of a university to get a BSc, MSc, or a PhD degree, get a formal education. Mr. Solomon will be throwing more light on this, but permit me, I would like to, so that once this program kicks off, we wouldn't have to be reading the citation of our panelists. So pardon me, I'm going to quickly introduce to us our panelists. First of all, I'm going to introduce to us Mr. Solomon, who will be giving us a very brief overview very soon. Mr. Solomon is a librarian, is an information management professional, and is an AI enthusiast. He works with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria as the head of library service in the Abuja branch. His trailblazing efforts in founding Nigerian Library Information Science Association, which is the NLISA, showcases his commitment to nurturing a new generation of information scientists. Today, Mr. Solomon will be giving us an overview on this topic. And I particularly choose him because tomorrow, Mr. Solomon will be launching his book titled Skills versus Degrees, Embracing the Power of Expertise in the Modern World. So this resonates strongly with the contemporary discourse on competency versus credentials saga that we are going to be discussing today. So very quickly, Mr. Solomon, are you here? How are you, Mr. Solomon? Your
I'm,
mic is mute.
I'm very well. Thank you very much. Mr.
Okay.
Sylvester, you.
Where are you going to be speaking from, please, Mr. Solomon?
All right, I'm speaking from Abuja.
Oh, great. You are the people with our president in the Aso Rock there. Okay. So very quickly, I will go ahead also to introduce a role model to me. Her name is Folashade Adepoju. She's a chief librarian at the National Library of Nigeria in Abuja also. She holds a BLS degree and an MSc degree. She's a DAD scholar. She's renowned for her astute library expertise. She passionately champions literacy, education, girl child rights, and environmental causes like climate change. So this lady you see here is someone I want to describe as an activist, as an advocate for change, advocate for girl child rights, and so many things. She chairs the Nigerian Library Association Abuja chapter. So she's also a distinguished union leader, and she's a very vocal, very results-oriented person. She's an accomplished author, and I hope she's able to share with us the link to get her book at the end of this webinar, because she has written a book on that helps to promote climate change activism for children to learn about climate change, titled A Monster with a Name and Other Stories. So Madam Sade has also received the NLA's prestigious Best Library Advocate Award in the year 2018 and the Step Up Anti-Corruption Award in 2022. She is a big mentor to many young librarians and information scientists in Nigeria today. Madam Sade, I want to say welcome. Madam, how are you, ma? And where are you watching or speaking with us from today?
Yeah, thank you very much, Sylvester. I'm watching from Maiduguri. Thank
Wow.
you so much for the
Wow.
opportunity to come online for
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
discussion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I thank you more for, despite your tight schedule, for making our time to be here with us today. Thank you so much, ma.
Thank you.
So very quickly, I'm also going to introduce to us Madam Ramatu. Madam Ramatu is here with us. Her name is Ramatu A. Haliru. Um, Haliru, she has a BLS, an MLS in a master's and bachelor's degree in library science. She's the deputy librarian at Arewa House Library. She's a renowned hub for historical research. And one thing I love her for, she's an advocate for digital knowledge dissemination. If you see the picture in this place now, I promise you, this photo must be while she was in action in one particular campaign or the other. She campaigns and do some sensitization on Wikidata and Wikimedia. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ramatu also holds the esteemed position of National Financial Secretary of Arling, and she's a member of NLA Kaduna chapter. Madam Ramatu, please, where are you watching or speaking with us from today?
Good evening, everyone. I'm speaking from Kaduna, and I'm also glad
Okay.
and thank you for the opportunity. And nice meeting my big sister, Auntie Shade.
Wow. 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 Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Ramatu,
Today is going to be a very great day, and I just want to appeal to our viewers. I see that the comment section is beefing up. Permit me, I'm just doing this introduction once and for all so that once we start the conversation, we just get into the conversation and there will be no need to do any more introductions. So at this point, please permit me, I'm going to introduce to you Mr. Grandi. Grandi O. Ugoton is a movie producer, he's a playwright, and is a versatile Christian. I also did not mention that Grandi is a friend and a brother. He's an alumnus of the Mount Zion Institute of Christian Drama and is a mass communications graduate. He has honed his craft through OCPC, APC programs and mentorship by Daddy Mike Bamiloye. Grandi is the visionary of a group called the Prevailing Theater in Sapele Delta State, and he's a playwright, he's a movie producer, like I said already. If I don't know, Grandi, I really hope you have links to some of your movies that you've produced. Would like to showcase some of those things in the comment section so that people can follow you, your handles, because this guy does a lot of drama, he does a lot of things with his ministry, and he has a lot of other talents. His influence extends to founding the annual concert Teapot, where he has coordinated this group for about 8 years. Grandi, amongst many other programs, as you can see on the screen, he has shot the play, The Advocate, The Final Showdown, etc. And he's a prominent figure within and beyond the region, Delta State, for what he does. Mr. Grandy, please, where are you watching us from today? Good evening.
Good evening, sir. My boss. Good evening, sir. Thank you for
Yeah.
this. I think I'm enjoying this digital stuff. And
Oh, we have not started.
I'm watching from Sapler Delta States.
Wow,
And
wow.
yeah, yeah,
Sapler to the world. Yeah, thank you.
yes,
So
yeah, yeah.
permit me right now, while still on Sapler, I think there's one other great guy. There's one other great guy here who we started working together from Sapler, but he's a great artist right now. On the he has I don't know how to describe this. He has several awards to his name, and right now he's on the center stage. He's in Lagos doing a lot of wonders. His name is Robert Esiri, popularly known as TJ for Christ. TJ for Christ is a multi-potentialite. Words cannot describe exactly who this man is. He is a media personality. For instance, yesterday marks my 5 years wedding anniversary. I know, TJ, do you remember yesterday was my anniversary and you were my MC?
Strong one, strong
My
one.
goodness. All right. So he's a design and creative professional. He's a singer, songwriter, event host, and he's also an actor. TJ has won several awards, among which are emerging as the winner of the CGT 2010, which came with a brand new car. So he was given a brand new car for his talent. He represented Nigeria in GMA Africa, and he's the Shift winner 2013, among many others. He has even organized programs where he gives awards to many youngsters who are coming up. He has mentored over 500 individuals in graphic design, portraiture, voiceover skills, singing, songwriting. He's a music director, he's a background vocal arranger, and he has about over 100 songs written for other acts and self, with more than 20 personal songs released, including Infunaya, which got featured on Trace TV, Silverbird, Hip TV. He also has held his two nation music concert in Nigeria, Ghana in 2021. And ladies and gentlemen, he recently released a new single, which I know he would share the link with us. Yes, indeed, where he featured Dr. Flourish Peters. He is a graduate of fine and applied arts and is doing so well in this area. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome TJ for Christ. Welcome, Mr. Roberts, a Siri. Please, can you just I want to check the comment section. Can you just welcome these people? We are currently introducing them so that after introduction, we will go right into the program proper. And then in the next 1 hour, we are done with this event. Please just appreciate them. Help me welcome our panelists. Say welcome to them. I see Victoria. I see Patricia. I see Marianne. I see Dr. Bello. Insights for you, Kabiru. Thank you all for being here today. Please just let us know in the comment section by appreciating. So, Robert, are you there with us? Okay, Robert seems to be having a network challenge. So quickly, I'll go to introduce Victor Ejechi. Victor Ejechi has been a friend for many years now. He's a professional librarian based in Nigeria. He has dedicated extensive time to his growth within the knowledge industry. And his mentorship has extended to young librarians across African library schools, as he is one of the facilitators for Library Aids Africa. This dedication to librarianship and information has granted him speaking opportunities at renowned venues such as UNESCO, the American Embassy, Nigerian Library Association conferences, etc. So Victor has been on very great platforms because of his passion for dissemination of information and equipping a new generation of librarians. When the topic shifts to data, the complexities that typically surround it are effortlessly simplified by Victor. He's a young, exceptional, and adept data enthusiast. His ability to provide clear insight is truly remarkable. He holds the role of a data analyst at the cable newspaper. And permit me to say, Mr. Victor, sometimes I don't know if some of you have watched, is it TVC Victor, some of your data used to be shown on TVC and Channels TV, right?
Arise TV as well.
Arise TV as well. So some of those data that you find on TV, Victor is behind those things. And ladies and gentlemen, I particularly am doing this introduction, reading their whole profile, the complete profile, so that you see how talented we are in Nigeria, and so that it can inspire anyone watching this video. Now that we have done this introduction, Robert, you're back. Tell us, where are you watching from? Robert Siri. Hello, Robert. Okay, Victor, where are you watching from? How are you today?
Fine. I'm presently in Lagos, so I'm in Lagos.
Okay, thank you very much for joining.
You're welcome.
So, permit me, I would like to invite Mr. Solomon, without further waste of time, I would like to invite Mr. Solomon to give us a brief overview on why we are here today. Skills versus degree. What should we actually go for? But before we start having this debate and conversation, Mr. Solomon, can you give us a background in the next 2 minutes? Can you tell us about, because you're an author in this area, so we believe that you can share strong insights with us. So let's hear from you, sir.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Good evening. I feel honored seated here before you this evening, talking about something, a topic I'm passionate about, which is also a central theme to my latest book, Skills versus Degrees, Embracing the Power of Expertise in the Modern World. Okay, so going straight, in our today's world, of course, in our today's world defined by high technological advancement, we can just see how the most honored and exalted traditional way of acquiring degrees has now joined a league company of alternatives. I mean, alternative routes to success, not just being what we know it to be, the perfect gateway to success, which is just getting our degrees. We've now seen a change where it has now joined the company of alternative routes. Of course, people will say, this life no balance. That's what the degree will be saying now. But the truth about it is, the change is here, the time is going, but the degrees is still exalted. At the end of this discourse, we'll be able to find out that degrees are still exalted, as much as we can say that skills are also needed. Okay, skills are defined by diverse range of practical abilities acquired through hands-on experience. You know, there are abilities, practical skills, practical abilities that we acquire through trainings, through different areas, through training, through experience, and through application of knowledge, of course, towards the knowledge we have, applying it into what we do. So these are skills. So they represent tangible manifestations of one's capacity to perform tasks. Okay. So degrees, on the other hand, of course, is a testament. Yes, is actually it testifies to one's commitment, definitely, endurance, discipline, okay, and intellectual capacity. Degrees, of course, as we know, is a symbol of formal academic achievement, which an institution awards towards the end of a particular course of study. Okay, so now moving forward, I would say that skills on this side again can actually be seen also as proficiencies, especially when it comes to work. Especially when it comes to work, it can be seen as proficiencies into in our specific roles, what we play. So these are proficiencies. But degrees, of course, definitely degrees opens doors, as we know before, and even now, because it actually testifies that this person is a graduate and this person is not a graduate. So as I usher us into this panel debate, ladies and gentlemen, I'll present a case before us. In as much as the panel are here to discuss on this, I'll present a case before us and ask us to be the debaters and the judges. Okay, Victor. Okay, the case is like this: Victor has a marketable skills, and Solomon has marketable degrees. Now we both have the two gentlemen applied to work for you, to carry out a project for you. Now, are you going to hire Victor with his marketable skills or hire Solomon with his marketable degrees? Why will you hire Victor and why will you hire Solomon? So I leave you to be the debaters for this and the judges too. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. I think what I want to do now, it seems you've just set the ball rolling for a question. So let me bring Gloria. Are you active? Are you here, Gloria? Or Mr. Grandi, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Uh-huh.
I'm here.
Mr. Solomon just set a ball rolling. So I think he's taking the duty from me. Can you give a response to that question? Because he's talking about you are an employer now. Would you give an opportunity to that Victor who has marketable skills, or you would give the job to Solomon who has what did he call it? Is it degrees?
Marketable degrees.
Marketable degrees, exactly. Marketable degrees or marketable skills. So what do you think? Who would you give the job to? Who would you employ in your company based on this description?
Okay, every organization is set for profit. And if you ask me, I will give the guy with the marketable talent, the marketable skill. I will give the guy. You know why? Because somebody with that passion inside, that innate ability to do that job, they do it in a different way. They do it as if this is their life. They do it from the place of the thing is inside them, compared to somebody who go out to learn it in the classroom. It's like they force the knowledge into your head and you come out of this classroom and you want to function in that dimension, compared to somebody that is born with it. What that person needs is just to refine it with degree. If you ask me, I will employ that person and encourage the person to pursue the degree so that it will refine this thing that he already has in him. Because the society today is now moving to a capitalistic society, and if you only have the skill, you will live a retarded life. So I am talking based on my own self. I used to have these skills, but immediately I saw the forwards of the higher institution. The whole thing changed. It refined the way I use this skill now.
Yeah, I like the way you say it. The whole thing changed. Because I was just about attacking you to say, are you saying it's only those that have skills that are passionate about doing their work? What about those with degrees?
No.
Mr. Victor, what do you think? Mr. Victor Ejechi, what do you think? Okay, finish your comment before Victor takes over, please. Grandy, just finish up before.
Those with the class. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that you are right. Those in the classroom, we also have the passion. Depends on their interests. Depends on their interests. Some of us, I saw many people in classroom. They are just there because of the degree. They just want to get a certificate and leave. But if you have the interest, you can really build the passion from the classroom. That is what I think. But nothing like when somebody have the innate ability, that skill inside him, and they refine it with the degree. I think it's better like that. I will employ the guy with the skill. I've seen people that they have this skill inside them to market things. The way they do it, I envy them. They didn't go to a classroom lecture. They didn't attend classroom lecture, but they have this thing inside them to market things. And why are we in business? It's the money now. Every organization is out for profit. So I think I will survive that. Then I will encourage the person to go for degree to refine, because I will not advise only skill. I will not advise only skill. Are we still here? Hello.
Yeah, we are here.
Okay. So like I said, I will not advise only skill. Having only skill will make someone live a retarded life. It gives limitation. I will advise that with the skill, I will employ the guy, but I will advise the guy to go for the degree to refine the skill, because the degree open more doors. That is what I think.
Okay, hello.
Mr. Grandy, are you sure? Mr.
Yes,
Grandy, are you sure?
yes, very
Mr.
very sure,
Mr.
very sure.
Mr. Grandy,
I'm,
Mr. Grandy, I've seen Mr. Grandy, forget it.
yes.
I've seen people without degree doing wonders, just having skills alone, doing wonders, teaching in Harvard. Let's get to that side, we'll talk.
You said let's underscore your statement. You say people with just only skill doing wonders. Let's underline that first. Oh,
Go ahead, please,
hello.
Madam Shade. Madam Shade, please go ahead.
Okay, Sylvester, any question for me?
Yes, I have a question for you, but I wanted Victor Ejechi to just round this up.
Okay,
What do you think,
let's
Victor Ejechi? Yes, Victor Ejechi, would you go for someone with just marketable skills? Yes, this person is good, he has the skills, but degree wise, let's say educational wise, this guy he doesn't have that foundation. What would you do as an employer, Mr. Victor? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, thank you for having me. If I go straight down to the question Solomon asked, first of all, there is a lot of assumption that we are having that we started the conversation on. The question was somebody with a marketable skill and marketable degree. We assume that because the person have a degree, he doesn't have skill. And also think we should also talk about the context of our conversation. Our conversation is based on Nigeria context, and I want us to see that, because why I say that is because in the Nigerian context, we are usually taking a course in the university that doesn't have the market for it. Hence the reason why they look as if your degree is wasted, right? We'll actually touch that later on. But if I'm faced with this as an HR person, and I want to, both people has a marketable skill, what I will look for that of is I will now start looking at personality, character, because there's something. So let's talk about big companies, because I know that a lot of students are watching this, and it's important that some of them are in the university, they are looking for a reason to stay back in the university. If you go to the big four companies, for instance, in Nigeria, you must have the 2-1. You must have a 2-1.
Mm,
Initially, I had
exactly.
issues with, why would you tell me to have a 2-1 when I know I can do the job?
Mm,
But there's something someone told me. I was one in a meeting. The person said something. Your ability to commit and have a good degree is what they're looking for. It's not because the degree is the most important thing. Can you stay on course for 4 years and be focused? That is one thing they are looking at. So for me, as I said, in answering your question directly, I will look at the two of them, because they're both, you say marketable degree, it means that the degree is marketable.
mm, mm.
A degree that is not it cannot be used. So both can be used in that
Exactly.
context. I will look at personalities and characters, among other things. Yeah.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very quickly, Mr. Solomon, I want to believe that you are getting answers to your question. So I think this is where I would like to get Madam Sade. This is the best point to bring you on board. Now, from what we have drawn out from Solomon's question already, skills versus degree, what advice would you give to young people, those who are just starting up their career, those who are trying to seek a balance between education and skills and career growth in the future? What would be your best advice? And I don't know, what would be your reason for actually saying that you place priority over this, over one of these two topics that we are considering, Ma? So I don't know, Ma, how would you respond to this?
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, Sylvester. Okay, I'm going
Yes, ma'am.
to after listening to Victor Jechi and Solomon and Mr. Grandi, I'm going to now share my understanding of skill into two: informal
Okay.
and life skill. Life skill. Um, we have serious unemployment problem in Nigeria. As at last year, we have the percentage of unemployed graduates stands at 53.40, which is alarming. Okay, now for those graduates that we call graduates, let us now come down to the real issues. I've seen people come to my office, students come to my office for their industrial attachment. I engage a lot of them whenever they come around, and I see that I encountered a girl that cannot even spell. She cannot spell. So, well, is that girl not fit to go and learn an informal work? If that girl is learning something, it will have favored her. Because I was standing, she was rude.
Exactly.
We had an encounter, she was rude to my superior. And I entered the office and I looked at her and I said, what school are you from? Can you spell me? There's a calendar on the wall. Can you spell? This girl could not spell what was written on the calendar. And she's a
Wow.
degree holder. She's going to come out, graduate, and be brandishing a degree. Meanwhile, the 4 years she's wasting in the university will have given her a skill that will be giving her money.
Yes.
That is one. Secondly, we have people. When I said life skill, we have people that we have people that are so rude. They don't have emotional intelligence, and these are skills. So people can networking is a skill. Networking,
Exactly.
ability to see,
Of course.
ability to engage, to communicate is a
Mm,
skill. Public
mm,
speaking is a skill.
yes.
Transcribing language is a skill that can fetch you money.
Yes.
All these skills are what are skills you cannot learn inside the classroom. These are skills you have to
Mm,
learn from outside. Your parents must teach you how to be
yeah, from
respectful.
professionals.
There's a
Yeah.
Victor I came across. I came across a guy called Victor 4 years ago, 2019. He was so humble and quiet, and his demeanor drew me to him. One day I wanted to organize a program in my office, and I called him Victor because he's a digital person like you. Victor, I want to start teaching kids coding. He said, okay, auntie, I will join you. And we started. I charged money for that thing. But this guy never for once asked me, Auntie Shade, can I take from this money? He did not put money first. We carried out the first boot camp. We carried out the second boot camp. And when it was time for Victor
Yes.
to go abroad,
Mm,
he asked for a recommendation, and I wrote it for Victor. And Victor has finished in the university. He has finished in University of Connecticut or somewhere. He got a full funded scholarship. Why I'm saying this is not because
right.
Victor is exceptional, but Victor,
Mm,
where our encounter, he was humble, he was respectful, and that was what I picked out of him. And I've
yes.
come across many
We're
of
with
them
you,
in the
ma.
office. No character, nothing. Volunteering is another skill. Yes, you can be a graduate and you complain, no job, oh, I never see job after you have finished you have graduated, and opportunities are there in your front like this. You are seeing it, but you cannot tap into it. Okay, let's now come down to informal setting. I will always go for informal because my mother advised me donkey years ago while I was still going to school. Shade, please, My mother had a sewing and knitting and sewing studio. Shall they come and learn these things? No, we used to look at those people learning these things as if they are second-class citizens. I cannot be a tailor. Today, if I want to sew a skirt and blouse, I pay 20. If I'm going to sew a blouse today, I pay 20,000 naira just to sew. Those people, those plumber that fixes my house plumbing issues, I know how much they charge me. Yes, degree is good, but what is the worth of a degree that to speak English is even a problem? To write is a wahala. Secondly,
Exactly.
secondly,
Yes,
secondly, we have, if you know, type this woman. Her name is Nike Okundayi. She's the owner of Nike Art Foundation. Mama is a lecturer in Harvard University. Mama is
wow.
an adire tie and dye person, an artist. Mama
Is she
has
does she
built
have
a
any
business.
degree? Does she have any degree,
No,
ma?
no, Victor.
But she's a
Sylvester.
lecturer in a Harvard University.
Mama is a lecturer at Harvard University. I went to Mama's
Wow.
studio in Abuja. A crapper that
Wow.
Mama made 5 yard is 1 million naira. 1
Wow. Nike
million naira.
Okundayo, right?
Nike Okundaye, Nike Art Gallery. She has a gallery in
Okay.
Nigeria, like six places, and she has a gallery in the US.
Wow.
I
Wow.
met somebody by chance in this Maiduguri. I met this
Yeah.
a person in Maiduguri, and we engaged ourselves. I found out that she was working in United Nations. And I asked her, I met her just last month. She does not have a degree, but she's
Yeah.
working in the United Nations. And she's earning times
Wow.
15 of my salary that I earn every month. And how did she get in? She has the skill of speaking a different language. They were looking for who will speak one Marigi language, and she
Exactly.
can
A
speak it.
translator.
And she's
Wow.
a translator, and she
Okay.
was given the job. So,
Yeah.
and we have several of them. So why I am a graduate, so I wouldn't, and people are listening. So I'm not an advocate of. I have a son. I have a son that doesn't want. That told me, my first son, mommy, please, I don't want to go to school. I'm forcing him. I'm forcing that he must have a degree. Like Grandy said, degree will not embellish whatever he wants to do in life. But my son will tell me, mommy, please, let me
Exactly.
just ease. My son is already into all this graphic design and the rest. But I told him he must go to school. But left to me, if I had the chance of going back, I will have a money that have a degree that will give me nothing. We have thousands of them on the streets working the streets of Nigeria, no job. So if they can have additional skill to what they are learning, it will go a long way in helping them. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Those who are in the comment section, we see those of you watching. We are seeing your comments. Please just keep putting your digital hands together. I want to ask a very quick question. We are coming very soon to Mr. Ejechi. We would like him to give us some more insights in this area. But before that, I want to call on Robert Esiri. That's, my brother, TJ for Christ. TJ, are you there? TJ, can you hear me? Robert Esiri, I see his video is here. Is it paused? Please help me reach out to him. Okay. Okay, he's back again. I would like to, there's a very important question I want to ask TJ. TJ, can you hear me?
I just came back in. Can you hear me, please?
Okay. Yes, loud and clear, loud and clear. We can hear you now. There's a question that's burning in my heart to ask you. Now, you are someone with multiple sides. You are a multi-potentialite, TJ. Can you hear me? Is TJ still there?
His network is bad.
Oh my goodness. Okay. TJ is not here. Okay, I think because of time, let's go back to Mr. Ejechi. So, Mr. Ejechi, the question would have built up from what TJ's response would be. TJ is here again. Gloria, let's see. Some other persons are trying to join. Gloria, can you hear me? Hello, Gloria. Can you hear? So those of you watching, if you have questions, please put them in the comment section. If you also want to join us live here, we can bring you up before we close this session. So very quickly, Mr. Ejechi, I want to know what your take is with respect to, you see, from the way we have not even started this conversation, but it seems to favor and tilt towards skills, the need for people to acquire skills. So my question is, if it's by skills, are we then telling ourselves some lies, especially in the academic sector? Like, for instance, somebody says, you know that this person has very marketable skills, this person can do the job, but because like I know, Victor, you mentioned like some companies, they look out for someone with a 2-1. Because of such issues, they may not take that person because it doesn't have a 2-1. What's your take on these issues? In some other cases, especially in the academic sector, you are told if you do not publish, you will perish. And so you cannot be promoted. Even though you are the best person, you are killing yourself out, which was a description I gave. So I don't know. What do you say about this? Some people just value certificates over whether you can do the job or not. How can we redefine the value of skills to match or surpass traditional qualifications, Mr. Ejechi?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I think first of all we need to know
Wow.
what the problem is. If we don't, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Victor.
Okay, good, good,
Did you
good,
get
good,
my
good.
question, Victor?
Yeah, I got your question. Yeah, I got your question. Can I go ahead? Can I go ahead, Sylvester?
Did you get my question, Mr. Victor?
I
Please
got
do,
your
please do,
question.
please
Right.
do.
Good. Now, first of all,
Please go ahead, please.
we need to understand the root cause of what we are saying, right? Because one way, if we are saying that skill is very important than degree, we need to also put it in context, and we need to also put it to the part that what is the problem? Why did they look as if we are tilting towards skills and not degree? It is a system issue. The Nigerian system issue, the academic system, the degree is not the problem. The problem is what the university is saying. You can't tell me that I will pay over 600K and go to Covenant University, go to Bowen University, and you tell me my degree is not important. It is very important because of I know that practical skills are being taught there. You know, I went to the University of Benin, for instance. I did library information science. In my 100 level, I had a lecturer that taught us website design because it was part of our course. Normally, finishing the university, after my 4 years in the university, I'm supposed to have some skills because that is what the course entails. I did computer science in my university and I never saw a computer. If the system is correct, if I am doing computer science and I'm actually practicalizing the computer, I don't have to go to a computer school after graduation. You know, it's because the
No.
system is faulty. The system is faulty. People now say, okay, why waste your money going through the first system? Why not just go ahead and jump the system and go to get the skill itself? But I am someone that work in the system. I work in the media space. I can tell you, I've not collected my NYSC certificate. I've not collected my university degree certificate, but I've been working since I left the university. Why? But I can still tell you that I will still go back and get my certificate because I am even going back to my master's. Why is it very important? Because I have gotten some skills, but I realize that there's some doors degrees will open for you. They don't want to even know. Because number one, there are some basic things you're supposed to know. They don't care if you know it or not. If you come into my organization, for instance, you say you're working into the cable, nobody wants to ask you if you know how to use WordPress. They don't want to know. They just because you are supposed to know it. It is your field, right? It is your field. They are thinking that after 4 years in the university, you're supposed to do it. But let's be sure that because the reason I'm saying this is that so that students in the university will not be blaming the degree, they will blame the system. The system they find themselves in is not really good. That is why. So a colleague of mine is studying data analytics in the UK, and he's doing a lot that I will go and pay extra money to go and do afterwards. What's the point? What's the point? So blogging, for instance, I was doing information ethics when I was in school, and they were teaching me. The lecturer was teaching me Twitter. She herself have never even used Twitter. If the system is right, she would have
My
taught me
goodness.
Twitter. She would have taught me how to use WordPress and all that. So the degree is not the problem because
Yeah.
Now I'm going to do my masters, and I'm told myself that I will not go to a public university because I've come to a conclusion that they will not give me what I want, right? So if I graduate from the university, maybe I go to one of the public university to do a technical course, and I did not even my cousin is studying something about economics analytics, and he has not even, they usually use the board to do these things. Such person will graduate and go and learn how to use some tools, analytic tools, and then will be complaining. In rounding up, do you know that in some system that Python is something you learn in the university, not what you learn outside of the university system? Python is that I'm learning now, I'm struggling myself to do. You learn it in the system. You get, so it's not
Yeah.
something you learn out of the system. So in saying that, degree is not the system, because I am someone that views skill to get to the point where I am. Right? I went for a meeting, PwC meeting. I was invited for a meeting at Oriental Hotel. I entered into that place. I can see degree. All I see is degree. I thought myself, there's nothing somebody wants to tell me. Sometimes people don't want to know. If you, they assume, see, there's a standard you're supposed to get. You are supposed to know this thing. That is why PwC will tell you you have to have 2-1. One of the reasons why you see such organization will tell you 2-1 is because there is something university is supposed to do to you in the next 4 years if you're done school. And if the thing did not do that to you, it's not it is the system problem. University is supposed to nurture you. Your ability to stay 4 years and graduate with a 2-1, it's something they're looking for. That means you have focus. Let me
Exactly.
tell you, if you're in the let me tell you something. If you're a student watching this and you're in the university, you are being distracted, and then you end up not graduating with a good result. I graduated with a 2-2, by the way. I was distracted, so I'm not actually. So if you graduated with a very bad result, see, let me tell you, the university want to know, and you be consistent. And let's not shame those people, because Sylvester, why I'm saying this, you shame those people that are graduating with first class. Those people that are actually in the tier of first class, they will not be thinking that what's the point? Skill is very important.
Exactly.
Don't go and be like, if I have first class, oh Jesus Christ, where I am today. The doors that will be
Yeah.
more open. That's when I left the
Yeah.
university, I graduated with third class, and I left the university, and there's some doors that cannot be opened. I will not even be doing what I'm doing right now if some doors opened. Some doors cannot open because some doors from the entrance, you will not have the opportunity to show your skill. I
We
know
even
these
go
things.
inside in the first place.
You
Yes.
will not, because what your degree does to you is that it takes you inside, and then let me also shock you that sometimes you don't need to know it, you learn in the system. The system will teach you, but your degree will open the door first for you to now learn the practical step for it. So if you know how to use WordPress, you know how to use Canva, they will not ask you those things in your interview. Your degree has proven that you can learn. So another thing you must understand your degree is doing to you, your ability to assimilate. It is what they are learning for. So your ability to be taught and understood. It's what they are teaching you. So that is it. So it's not because unless you are missing the point, you are thinking that, oh, because I went to the university, I must learn all the technical tools. No, that's not what the university is teaching you. The university is teaching you discipline, your ability to learn. So any company we can take you in. And I will go to round up with this point. A banker was telling me that people used to say that everybody work in the bank. You can see botany, zoology work in the bank. And the senior CEO told me, in the banking system, we don't care the degree you got, right? The specialization you have.
Yeah.
All we care about is your ability to actually think, which is what university is
Exactly.
supposed to teach you. And then you come in with your 2-1 and you learn. And then you can be in your 2-1, you can get into your office with your degree. And in that degree, where you find yourself, you can now ask yourself, what can I do to get better in this
Field.
professional tools? In PwC, I can tell you in KPMG, because I've worked with them several times. Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah,
Wow.
can you hear
Wow.
me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Sylvester? Hello?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Victor. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can't wait to do a snippet out of this part because you've shared very useful information for young people who have been really confused by this. So, Robert, we're coming quickly to you now. But before we hear from you, I would like to play this video for everyone to see. So, Madam Ramatu, please come on board. Madam Ramatu, I want us to all watch this short video. Watch it very carefully and listen very carefully.
See us now, all the graduates now, they do POS. This country, any course where you want to read, people don't read and finish. Oh. If you study medicine now, local clinics are they cure everything.
Are you serious?
Mama, it is not a joke. Any course where they study for Nigeria, they tell you can work anywhere. You know if you get work, even for church. See me now, I go school now, second class lower. Find and apply art. I find where I want to apply. They tell me you can work anywhere. Where I want work now. Who study accounting and money changer? This country, you get some kind.
Oh my goodness. TJ for Christ. Robert, that Victor, you see what you were saying about the whether third class, first class, whatever, was cited in a very humorous way in that short video.
Let me open doors for you. Then your ability to maintain skills, I wouldn't. She know what matters.
Yeah, exactly. So, Robert, I want to quickly ask. Now, it seems that guy was talking about you, Robert. He said he studied fine and applied art. He fine, but where he want to apply him? So it's just like you. You are a multi-potentialite. You have several skills. So my question now, there's different shades of you, right? How fulfilled do you feel right now? I know you study fine and applied arts, but what you do is actually related. But there are so many people who studied accounting and they are doing a whole lot of different things today. So how do you, what's your take on this topic? Skills versus degrees and what you currently do right now, bro?
Thanks a lot, my bishop, Mr. Sylvester. Thanks a lot. I hope you can hear me. My network has been frustrating me like crazy.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
we can.
Amazing one by all the speakers that I managed to hear partially, especially Victor just now. Victor said a lot of things that balances the equation. You know, it's solid. So for me, coming from where that guy, Monica, the comedian, stopped just now.
Wow, network again. Okay, TJ is having a network. Gloria, are you here? Let's find out if Gloria's network is stable now. Gloria, if you can hear us, please say something. Gloria, can you hear us? Okay, Madam Ramatu, please, can you speak to what that video we watched now? What's your take? What's your take on people going to university and at the end of the day not even getting the job to do? So that's one of the things that's even discouraging people from not wanting to go for degrees. What do you think?
Well, in the kind of society we see ourselves today, you need to find an alternative. Yes, he said he read fine art and where can he apply it? Doing a comedian work is applying his fine art skill now. So we shouldn't wait for the government. Yes, we shouldn't wait for the government. Our students today should know that they should have alternative skills apart from the degree. We know two planes hand in hand, like what Mr. Victor said, that the degree open doors for you. Then when you are in, you apply your skills. A practical example in librarianship, we have skills. In librarianship, apart from the course, library information science, there are skills there. But the problem is that in the university, those students being taken in that practical aspect that they will have their skills. Like when we look at cataloging and classification, it's a skill in librarianship. Indexing as abstracting, that even though when you don't get a job, you can do an abstractive job outside in print in publishing company and earn money. So with the what we find ourselves in this society today, if you are in a system, you are in the school, You should during IT industrial attachment that they are sending students to go, try and learn that particular skill based on your own profession. Then apart from that, look for other side hustle. As a student, we are in 21st century. We know there are other ways that students can get access to support system, because COVID-19 has opened more way. Look at IT. For example, I was reading something lately that the IBI, the international organization presently, they are not considering degree. They are considering skills. But because the Nigeria we find ourselves today, that we are doing who is how you get the job. Yes, you may have the degree with the skills, but you cannot get job because you don't have somebody. Then what is the way out? Find an alternative. Look for a skills that even though in your bedroom you can have access and get your money, not until you go beyond the board. Like Mr. Victor also said, that you find out that somebody read biological science, you find it in the bank. It's retained in the 21st century. Presently in Nigeria, you have to have the passion to learn and relearn, so that in any situation you find yourself, you learn and relearn that skill and work with that skill in any way so that you will survive. Like, it's a capitalist
Mm.
society now. You must,
Yeah,
and
just like Randy said.
yes. And again, when I was growing up, I used to have one uncle. He doesn't go to school. When we are talking, say when money is talking, education quiet. What does that mean? When the skilled man that did not go to school, hammer, get enough money, you that you have degree, if you don't have job, keep quiet when we are talking. So the two really
Exactly.
pays in 21st, the two presently pays, but your passion and your ability to be in the system also matters a lot. Our major
Mm.
problem with our students now, they are so much distracted. So
Yes, ma'am.
this kind of platform now is a way for them to know that they need both, they need skill and they need degree. Because when I was going on, if
Exactly.
you don't wear
Exactly.
NYC if you don't wear your khaki, you no go school.
Mm.
So I know
Yes.
majority that
Yes.
were having skill and they were doing very well, but they just have to go to school so that them too, they regarded as
Mm.
graduates. So the
Yes, ma'am.
two pay hands in hands. You go to school, you focus. The skill your profession is rendering, learn it very well, be perfect in it so that in any way you can stand out. We are only trying
Okay.
to showcase what we learn in the school. We learn
Mm.
cataloging, classification, and we also learn introduction to HTML. But
Mm.
it
Yes.
wasn't that practical. But just the passion we have as an information professional, that's why today we are here. We are even sharing
Exactly.
many skills that we are not trained, because we accept change and we learn and relearn. So my advice to
Yes.
the next generation is that both skill and degree are needed, but your ability to learn
Okay.
and relearn is what keep you going in the society. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Both skills and degrees are needed, but your ability to learn and relearn is what is more important. Thank you so much, Madam Ramatu. Very quickly, now that Robert's network is stable, can we hear quickly from you? Your take, you're a multi-potentialite. How do you balance this whole thing? Being a graduate, I know you will say you are also in the arts system. Please unmute your mic, Robert, and speak to us briefly.
Okay, so thank you again, sir. Very quickly before my
Yeah.
network comes in. So
Yeah.
I've heard what everyone has said so far. I like what I'm hearing. But I'll speak from personal experience here. I left school like 2010. I haven't done anything with my certificate. Yeah, like nothing, absolutely nothing.
Mm.
So, and by that I mean that, you know, no work. I didn't even bother applying because, like that guy said, you know, what you read in school, it goes a long way to determine where you walk. And I want to go back to what Victor
Exactly.
said. The system, a lot of what we're discussing now borders on our system, Nigeria. So, you know, Nigeria has created an environment where you have to think differently, you have to act differently, you have to
Mm.
push differently. So
Mm.
it's not like, as far as I know, it's not like first world countries or other developed countries. So there are things we are saying here that will only apply here. You understand? As far as skill versus degree goes, because like
Exactly.
Victor said, you need this degree. There are some doors that will not open. But you see this Niger. You see this Niger. Regardless of degree, you can be very rich. You can be wealthy, and you can be freaking successful. Pardon my language. You understand? So I'm an artist. I draw portraiture, commission works. I am an MC as an event host. One event is some people's 3 months salary. Do you understand? For some people, it's that crazy. And so, what did I study to be an event host? That's a skill that I developed myself. That's a skill that I nurtured myself. So I said I'm going to be talking from practical experiences because that's what I know. You know, the degree is great. One of the reasons I would advise anybody to go to school in Nigeria is you don't want to be regarded as an illiterate. You would learn communication skills in school. You would definitely improve as far as knowledge is concerned, and no knowledge is wasted. So yes, the degree is important. Yes, the degree is paramount. But another thing I would address is, why do we go to school in Nigeria? Until that part is dealt with, I think it's a lot better now. For most of us, we went to school because we wanted to come out and be able to work somewhere. We didn't even care where we were going to work. You understand? We didn't go to school to go based on our passion. You see that this foundation is a huge topic on its own. Parents weren't really looking at their children to know what they were good at, to know what their focus would be, to know what they would be able to achieve from different skill sets that they were showing as potential growing up. Because abroad, you already see, they are checking out the child. They already know that, okay, this person has a taste for music, has a taste for technology, has a taste for science,
Exactly.
you know, is yearning for those things. Even as a child, they can tell. Over here, we don't care. It is based on the society. Oil works, medicine works, so they've been pushing everybody there. And so once you go into the faculty of arts, they start looking at you as a very poor person to start with. Even in the university, university, people are looking at you when you're in the arts. It's almost like, what you can't do for here, guy. It be like say you can't play when other people they take their life serious. You understand? So people come out of school with those degrees. As they are coming out, they're throwing it away. They go to NYSC just to prove that they went for NYSC
They
and
went
start.
to the forwards of the university.
You understand? And start looking for what
Yeah,
works. Because at the end of the day, sir, it's not the paper that counts. It's what works. What works for me as an individual is what is important to me. It's not that I went to school. You understand? Because like that comedian said, where can you really apply, sir? What office can you really apply now as a fine and applied artist? And to be very honest
exactly.
with you, what I'm even using as my educational knowledge from fine and applied
Yeah,
art is something that I also developed outside the university. Because our universities are not even practical enough. They're not practical enough. So this is your department, but yet you don't know a lot of things. You still come out of the university with a tabula rasa. It's almost like you spent
a
4 years
blank
rigmaroling.
slate.
Do you understand? A blank
Exactly.
slate. And so what you could even learn online in 1 year, there are online courses you would take now that you would learn everything you learned in university for 4 years. You know, so it goes a long way to say our curriculum, our universities, our
Wow.
system is the major problem to
Wow.
start
Wow.
with. We're not practical enough. And so, you know, I don't know, but I'm trying as much as possible to say a lot in a very short time. But for me, they are both important. There has to be a balance. Because the last thing you need
Exactly.
is to stand before people and be unable to communicate. The last thing you need is to stand amongst educated, literate people, people with degrees, and you have nothing to show but just skill. So that wherever you find yourself in life, you are able to Stand confidently. When they call for the educated, the people who have certificates to show you are there. When they call for the skilled, you are also able to turn up. So I would advocate for that balance. But see waiting, I go talk last, as far as this country is concerned.
Exactly.
Find waiting they work for you. If not, what go hit you now, and you will get nothing to show. You understand? Because like I said,
it will work for you.
as in, because like I said, some of the things I do, one job, it covers a lot. I have friends. It covers a lot of my friends' salaries in months. Just one job from a skill that I developed outside the university. So I feel that says it all. That says it all.
Thank you so much. I wonder what's happening today. We have so many persons watching live, but I'm not seeing the reactions. Permit me, may I use this opportunity to just sample some of the comments here? Let me, please mute your microphone. Mute your microphone. Mute your microphones. I just want to say a shout out to some of the persons that are watching us live. Adamu Kabiru is appreciating Mr. Victor. He says, your speech was good. I love your speech. Nice one, Mr. Victor. Nsini Kokaraye says, this topic needs the senator, it needs presidency and professors because it's a serious matter here in Nigeria. So thank you for these comments. I deliberately brought up this comment because at this point, I want to say that we are gradually coming to the close of this session. This is just a part one. We are going to come up again next year and then we are going to get some senators, hopefully. We are going to get some professors, those actually in the academic system, who will actually come to speak on this topic. Also, Madam Insini, she has said it. She said, Madam, you have hit my point. That's why I called for senators in the first place. And there are lots of other comments here that time will not permit me to highlight, but I want to say thank you. Robert, thank you for that wonderful comment. We will do well to make out some snippets out of these videos so that you see how very important what you have communicated to the public today. It's a very, very important information. So before we go and take final comments from each one of you, I want to hear from Madam Gloria. I think she's here now. Gloria Idemo, she's a human resource personnel. I know she has a lot that she would love to say here, but she seems to be having a network challenge. Please unmute your mic, Gloria, and speak with us. Gloria, can you unmute your mic if you can and speak? Gloria? Okay. Gloria is not there. So in the absence of Gloria, I'm going to come back to Mr. Solomon. While we round this up, I want us to take final comments. Final comments, for instance, I'm going to ask, what are the risks and prospects for individuals with skills? I know we've talked about this. So while giving your final comments, Mr. Solomon, I would like you and even everyone to try to look at what are the odds, what are the risks, what are the prospects for people who just have skills without degrees, and for people who just have degrees without skills. Because at the end of this event today, we want people to be able to know how to progress, what to do to help them achieve success in life. We didn't just come here to talk. We want to inform people about skills, let them know what skills, how marketable skills are, and how marketable degrees are, to help them decide what success should be to them. So over to you, Mr. Solomon, as we get your last word and round up this session today.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Sylvester. All right, degrees, I would say, are not the problem actually, because a lot of people, of course, we are talking about skills, but degrees are not the problem. The problem is the content of what we have in that degree. Okay, it's content of what we have. we are in it's unfortunate we're in Nigeria, in a country where even the knowledge we acquire in university is already expired even before the ink in the degree dries up. You know? So those kind of things is always is funny, but degrees in university will make you going to formal education will make you have to be teachable, to be able to have cognitive skills and all those things. Those are the things that will actually enhance your skills. You know, okay, Mr. Robert, for instance, is multi-talented, of course. He's using many things to make money, but then somehow education actually have even the degree you have, that all those years actually have impact um in your skills, in how you do your skills now. So I would advise that people who have only skills should have to have a blend. Education actually helps you to nourish the skills, but then degrees without the skills, you are heading to doom, because if you are some people are not busy going to school acquiring master, this one degree, this one degree, this one. Please, if you have to find skills, because even Brad Smith, the president of Microsoft, said something in a foreword he wrote in Pantamin's book. He said that Microsoft is already hiring they're already doing a skill-based hiring, when they don't care about what you studied, and then they're already going into what you can do. I'm working with ICANN, for instance.
Yeah.
I can go to what can you do in ICANN, not really
Exactly.
what you have. I'm not even sure whether they have any documented things about my degrees or something or whatever. But they know what I can do. Actually, what they brought me on board. So thank you very much.
Thank you so Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So very quickly, final comments from you, Mr. Grandi, and I would like to put in your final comment, I would want you, what do you think the definition of success should be? Because the definition of success matters when we are deciding skills over degree. Some people, that degree, having a PhD, is everything they want, right? It's everything that will give them satisfaction. So even though they don't have that skills, that's everything they want. So what do you think is the what is success to you as you round up in less than 1 minute, please, Mr. Grandi?
1 minute. Okay. The issue
Yes.
we're having in society mostly today, when people begin to look at other persons and say, I want to be like that person, is the issue of the definition of success. What is success to you might be different from what is success to me. It gives me that
Exactly.
it gives me the focus to pursue what concerns me and build my life around those things. Every
Yes.
skill I require is towards that definition of success that I have.
Mm.
Are you getting me?
Exactly.
So
Yes.
that actually helped me a lot. Like my skills, I build it around what gives me fulfillment, what gives me joy, what gives me happiness. What in short, the fulfillment gives me joy. Just watching my craft, blessing people, making people have value for their money, making people happy, giving people joy. It gives me joy, it gives me fulfillment. That is what I
Yes.
just say
So
about
whether you
success.
whether so
Success
the
should be
point I
something that
wanted to make was whether
give you fulfillment.
sorry. So whether you have a PhD or not, it really doesn't matter, right?
Yes.
Are you hearing? It really
Whether
doesn't
you
matter,
have
right?
that is a technical term. Yes, it matters.
Okay.
I
Okay,
will
it's
not
all right.
advise only
Okay.
ski. I will not
Yes.
advise only ski. This the
Okay.
like what we
Okay.
let's see what we agreed, what I agreed is that ski is
Yes.
good. But if you base it on
Yes.
only ski, you will live a retarded life. We are now in a
Oh
capitalist
my goodness.
society. There are some doors that
Yes.
degree will open for you. And there is a way this
Exactly.
degree will refine your skill and you'll be thinking well.
Mm.
It will enhance that your
Mm.
skill for you. So I will not advise only skill. Even though skill
Thank
have
you
brought me
very
to where
much.
I am today, but I will not advise it.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir.
Thank you. So, Mr. Victor, please, I don't know, maybe final. Okay, Madam Sade is here. Please, I will come back to you because her video is not open. Don't mind me. I didn't notice she was still there. So, Mr. Victor, let's get final words from you. Thank you, Madam Sade, for staying to the end. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, for I would like to say that maybe on this platform, myself and TJ appears to be very young, and all that. And I would say that why success is very important. That when I see my infographics of my story on Arise TV or whatever, I feel successful. But it doesn't. It's not going to last longer if I don't have money. You know,
Mm.
so it's not going to last longer. So I might have PhD, and I'm happy that I have PhD, and then but there's no money. You get, so I don't want to sit. One of the reasons I met you in 2014 in the University of Benin, right? And I remember we were having
Yeah.
an IT session and all that. That day, what I
Yes.
did that day was that I went to the car park and I looked at the librarian that came that day for that training. That was when I knew that I
Mm.
cannot be that kind of librarian because their car was not nice.
Wow.
Their cars were not nice. Really. Their, their cars were not
Madam
nice. At
Shade,
that moment,
are you hearing?
at that moment, I told myself that no, no, I have to be the kind of librarian. That was when librarian with
Yeah.
the journalist librarian came in. You get, that's why I
Yes.
came in.
Woni
You get,
librarian
but,
gbéra
but,
pé
but
àwọn
what
tó
I'm going
máa
to
bọ̀.
say, what I'm going to
Important
say
guy
in
tó
trying to round up is, I think I think somebody's mic is on.
The
Yes.
motto is
Okay.
not nice.
Yeah.
Sorry. Please go ahead. Please go
Okay,
ahead.
okay, good. Thank you. So what I'm going to say in essence is that success is beautiful. So don't let anybody bully you into thinking that the money is not important. You are young people. The
Mm.
country is not as it used to be. Right? It's not. We're not in a sane kind of economy. So what I would say is that while you're pursuing your degree, you're trying to be passionate, and passion will not even put food on your table. Passion will make your name everywhere. I don't want to be famous and be broke. I don't want to have a
Mm.
degree and I get to the point, because usually your degree is supposed to open doors for you. But in a system where we have right now, when it's not opening door, what do you do, right? And in
Exactly.
rounding up, I would say that it is important. Like I found myself in a space where I did not use my certificate to get a job, right? And I'm getting a job, or
Yeah.
I'm getting the skills. I was given the opportunity. It is a rare opportunity. Sometimes people use their
Everywhere.
own just 1% and think that is how it is everywhere. If I'm telling you my story, you probably will know what you want to drop your certificate. Don't. You get, there are places where your degree will open doors for you. And once it opens the door, you can now start from the very beginning to start taking course. I know where I was working before. I work as a director of a library in Enugu under the governor of Anambra State. He was my boss. Now,
Mm.
I got in there because I have a degree of library information science. But when I got into that firm, I started working in the communication department. From the skills of Udemy, I studied the Excel sheet I studied and everything that I did. That was what I was doing. Nobody knew. I don't know it. There's this place of faking it to make it, where you have to go and learn it in the background and coming up to tell you this. So let's put it in context. And when we are saying this, I have skills, I have degree, I'm going to get more degree. I will even get a PhD if I want to. You get, but I will still be a baby
Yes.
boy for life. So
Exactly.
it's very important that you make money as well. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Robert Esiri is smiling with you, Victor. Two of you are now in the same shoes.
Exactly, because money has to be made. Money has to be made. We cannot come and be using
My
passion and
brother.
be saying this thing.
Nah,
But I can I say something?
Oh my God. Don't worry, we'll come back to, let's just go to Madame Shade. But let me just say something here.
Eh?
One of the reasons that motivated my doing this video were two major influencers on the internet. One was interviewed on TVC, and the other one made a post on Twitter, Reno Mokri, where he lashed out on some disciplines, that some courses are dead and gone, that people should not even ever study those courses. So things like that motivated our hosting this event today, for people to come and let's just have a conversation. This is just to give us insight. By the next time we are having the part two of this session, hopefully we'll get more very informed minds also that are experts in their own field to speak to us. So, Madam Shadi, please, can you give us your final words, please?
Okay, my final word today is I support education, and definition of education to me is in quotation. So I keep that. I
Okay.
support degree. But I
Mm,
support degree. Listen to me very well. But
yeah.
with the graduates we are churning out daily in our universities today,
Mm,
I have an opinion which may not be popular, but I will still hear my
mm,
opinion. It is better
Please do.
not to waste your 4 years or 5 years studying in the university, then you go back home, dump that certificate, or you force your child. You know that your child have a deficiency. That child cannot graduate, and you take that child
Mm,
to a study center, a miracle center. That child will study,
exactly.
go to university. We see these things, we read these things. I'm currently in school. I know what I am seeing. When I went to school
Mm,
20 something years ago, it is not what we are doing today. I see it. We micromanage graduates. Are those the people
yes.
we're talking? Are those the degrees we are talking about today? Mine is
Mm,
fine. If you have such people in your family, me, I'm a product
yeah.
of a university. I'm a graduate.
Mm,
This is my third
yes, ma'am.
degree. So I won't say
Mm,
I support degree, and I support skills that will enhance my ability to get better opportunities. But what I'm trying to say to us today, because I don't know who is listening, if you have those people
yes.
around you that you know that going to the university is useless to them, there's no
Mm,
but don't encourage them to go and waste their time. ASU strike is there. Allow them to go and pick informal skills. A I will still advocate for informal skills, because I know I can also my clothes myself. I know my
mm,
plumber cannot fix my we need those people. Encourage them to go and pick those skills. But
mm,
for the work
mm,
skill, are we if you are fortunate to graduate, what is worth doing is worth doing well. Study well, go to
what
school.
doing well? Yes.
I've
Exactly.
made money. I've made money for what I do, and I'm still making money. Currently, I'm on
Yes.
scholarship, and I know how
Exactly.
much I get every month from my scholarship. So I know what skills can fetch you. I know what skills can fetch one. When you have these skills, I
Thank you
know
so
what I
much, ma'am.
do. So
Thank
please,
you.
you
Mm,
have to balance it. It is not everybody
yes.
that will be a graduate, and it's not everybody that your degree will open doors for. So let us just balance it. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank
Not
you. Thank
everybody
you
that
so much.
the
Thank
way we
you.
open those for.
Thank you. I see a comment from Dr. Ngozi Nwaoji, the vice chairman of the NLEIT section. Thank you. She's saying, endorsing that both should tally. Both should tally. Hopefully, we'll get people like them in our part two to
Yeah.
give comments. Uh, yeah, Victor, you
Sorry.
want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say something quick, very short. There's another thing we all need to understand is there are stages in life that you need to pass through. Once you miss that stage, it becomes a bit of struggle, right? For instance, when you get to this age of, let's say they are 60 years old and you're writing
Oh, we've lost
semester.
Victor. Okay, Victor, we can't hear you anymore. But very quickly, I think Robert's comment is what we need to hear now. We can't hear Victor anymore. So Robert and Madam Aliru, you are the last set of people, then we'll call it a 9. So Robert, let's hear from you. Then maybe we'll come back
Okay, so
to
just
Victor so that he round up what he has to say.
Yeah,
okay, just in rounding up, I totally agree with Madam Shadi and Victor's perspective. As a matter of fact, everybody has said what needs to be said. Once again, I would just hammer on what works for you as an individual, and it's important that you find it early in life, because one of the things that happens to us here is that you are just following a trend. Everybody's going to school, I'm going to school. Everybody's graduating, I'm graduating. Everybody's going to service, I'm going to service. And then before you know what is happening, you might realize at 30 that you've been wasting your time. You understand that a lot has gone under the bridge. And see, as much as we have religions that say it is not too late, it can be too late. It can actually be too late, because something that Victor has mentioned, I don't know if that's where he was going, but life is in phases, life is in stages. See, there are some things you cannot learn at 40 and 50.
Yes,
If you
careful,
like,
yeah.
have the intention, be passionate about education. The brain don't tire.
Cannot
And
carry
there are
it
some
again.
yes, and there are some skills that you can no longer develop at that age. I don't want to
Yeah.
go into all the details. There are some things you will never be able to actualize. So one of the things our system does to us, it relegates us. It makes many of us. It has rendered many people useless. So what a 20-year-old is doing abroad, a 40-year-old is just starting here. He doesn't have the strength. He doesn't have the brain capacity anymore. And that's where skill, that thing Madam Shade says that I've been listening to,
TJ, don't
is very
worry.
important. It's very, very important.
Yes.
You see, identifying that this person, if you like, take her through school for 10 years, you know, to learn anything. You see, when I spoke about parenting, identifying that thing early enough and just carrying this person go and learn mechanic or learn something very profitable, it will do that person much more good. That see, we all went through school, this miracle center and all these things. In Nigeria, most of us read to pass. We did not read to know. You understand? Because they will kill you at home if you don't pass this exam. And if you don't pass the exam, you will not pass. You won't get to the next class. So if we have to cheat, we cheat. If we have to do a school, we do a school. Shall make I just come up for this school? They make I present this certificate to the people at the office. Oh, guy, I went to school. Oh, guy, I did what you people said.
Wow.
I have a certificate.
Wow.
Give me work.
Wow.
And then we now come out of school and realize that the real people that offer work, they want to know what you can offer as a person, not just a certificate. So many of us are stranded, especially those of us that live here. We now go to school again. So I'm just trying to bring a lot together and not talk too much at the same time. For me, see,
please go and just do a music. Do a music on it, because if we allow you to talk from now, you go talk till tomorrow.
Baba, see, I'm seeing a lot of people stranded, and that's why I'm talking with so much passion. So that's it. That's it for me.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so,
sir.
Madam Ramatu, while Madam Ramatu is speaking, Madam Ramatu is the last person. Immediately she's through, we will call it a day. While she's doing that, please use the comment section, our dear speakers. Don't use the private chat. Use the comment section to put your handles. TJ, please drop the link to your platform so that those watching right now can follow you to draw more insight from you. Victor Ejechi, please drop your comments and then we'll display it also here on the screen. We'd like to have your handles and follow you. So, Madam Ramatu, over to you, please.
Okay, I've all listened to what everyone has said. I still remain, you have to balance both degree and skills. And wherever you find yourself, you should have the zeal to learn and relearn so that you can fit into any organization you find yourself. Then if it is in your own setup of an organization, you know your skill can pay and the society will respect you because of your degree. Because in Nigeria, we respect degrees so much that if you don't have degrees, like you are illiterate, like one of us say. So thank you very much for this opportunity once again.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. So on behalf of...
Sylvester, sorry. People should understand I don't understand what people mean by education. Education should be redefined. Please, next, we need to talk about education. Because you are in the four wall of university or classroom does not make you educated, though. That people should get that. I'm seeing education enlightened. My mother did not go to a university, and my mother is intelligent and she made money.
Exactly.
So education should be redefined, please. We need to redefine what we call education. Is it that one they are going to buy certificate now that we call education? We should be careful.
My goodness. So hopefully in the next session, the next part, we are going to discuss all this. But at this point, I would like for us to, I'm going to take a group photograph right now for all our speakers. While I'm doing this photograph, Robert Esiri, is your video on? Yes, please.
Yeah.
Those of you watching, please take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of your screen right now. Take a screenshot of your screen. Let us know what you're seeing on your screen. and take a screenshot. Take a screenshot and let us see. Take a screenshot. I'm taking my screenshot now. I've taken my screenshot. Meanwhile, what I would do now is, please, if you know this program has benefited you, can you appreciate the panelists for me? Please, Adamu, please drop your appreciation. Promise is saying education enlightens. Dr. Wanri is also dropping her comment there. But on behalf of myself, my team, and Christabel behind the scene, I want to present a little digital thank you to our presenters here. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for doing this. Thank you so very much. I know this is a short thank you. Thank you, Robert Isiri. Thank you, Grandy, for your exceptional insight. I want to say thank you. Thank you, Gloria. Even though you had some challenges, I understand. Thank you, Mr. Solomon. Thank you, Madam Ramatu. Thank you, Madam Folashade Adepoju. Thank you.
I know the physical one.
You want the physical one, Abi? Thank you, Victor Ejechi. Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you so much. I'm grateful for everything you've done, for your time being here today. It means a lot to me. I want to say God bless you so much, and I want to help everybody just say thank you to Gloria. Gloria is unable to be here, but just say thank you to her for me. She struggled to join us, but she could not join us. Victor, I'm grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm really grateful. Wow. So if you are watching this video, please hit the subscribe button on the channel. Hit the like button on this video so that you get notified when we take the part 2 of this session. Thank you all. All right. Okay. So, Robert, thank you. That's Solomon. Thank you.
We can go, right?
Randy, thank you. Of course, you can come back later. Go on YouTube you can watch the replay on YouTube. The video is available on YouTube. You can always watch it on YouTube.
Thank you.
Now all the graduates now they do POS. This country, any course when you want to read, people don't read and finish. If you study medicine now, local clinics are they cure everything.